Welcome friends, welcome to physics in 20 minutes and stable equilibrium, then the idea of turning points, then maxima in energy diagram and unstable equilibrium. So what is an energy diagram? It's a graph of potential energy versus position, and on that the total energy graph is generally superimposed. So here I have one system. It is a system of a spring mass, and let us assume that between this mass and the surface here there is no friction, so there are no dissipative forces. We are all familiar that the potential energy function for spring or elastic forces is half kx square. If you look at this function carefully, it's the first power of u and this is second power of position. So it is clearly a parabolic function with a graph like this. Spring oscillates between these two ends, but u is just a function of x, so it can even stretch further. Okay, now on this the total energy is superimposed. So this is my total energy. Total energy is constant here. At any point, whatever is the total energy, it is composed of k plus u. From the height from the potential energy curve to the total energy. This height represents the kinetic energy part and this height represents the potential energy part. So for example, if you are at this position, you can see that the kinetic energy part is small and this part is large. And suppose if you are at the center, then what happens? All this part is kinetic energy, potential energy part is 0. What happens when you are at the end point? The potential energy is maximum, kinetic energy is 0. So this kind of graph where potential energy is plotted against position, on y-axis it's potential energy, on x-axis it's position, on that you superimpose the total energy, you call this as energy diagram. When it is at the center, the speed is v and it goes to this end, which is the minus a, and it goes to right end, right extreme end, which is plus a. Let us understand some of the concepts and then we can extend it to a more general case. So let's focus at x is equal to 0 here. So you can see that at this point the graph is horizontal. The horizontal graph has 0 slope. Now since in general the force is slope of this curve at every point, at this point since the slope is 0, the force is also 0. At x is equal to 0, the potential energy term is minimum. So such a position is normally called as equilibrium position. Now why do we call it equilibrium position? A system is said to be in mechanical equilibrium if the net force acting on the particle is 0. Then this is the point or position of equilibrium. At this point, in this case the kinetic energy is maximum because your potential energy is minimum. Sum of k and u is total energy. Total energy is constant. Since u is minima, the rest of the energy has to be kinetic. Since the kinetic energy is maximum, the speed of the particle is maximum. We know that the kinetic energy depends on the speed, half mv square. So here the speed of the particle is maximum. This equilibrium is also called as a stable equilibrium. Stable equilibrium is typically a point at which if you disturb the particle or body or the system, it will tend to return back to the equilibrium position. So we can have this general rule. Any minimum in the potential energy curve is a stable equilibrium position. At minima, potential energy is minimum, kinetic energy is maximum, so speed is maximum. Now let's explore the concept of turning points. Now as the particle moves from the minima on any direction, left or right, as x increases towards right or left, u will go on increasing because it's a function of x. Since u increases and E is constant, k has to decrease. If k decreases, the speed of the particle goes on decreasing. When you reach to these 2 points, x is equal to plus minus a, that is here and here. Now these are the intersection points of total energy curve and the potential energy curve. At this point, your total energy is same as potential energy. So at x is equal to plus minus a, k has to be 0. So at these 2 points, plus minus a, u is maximum, which is equal to E, and k is 0. If k is 0, its kinetic energy is 0. Now mass can't be 0 suddenly, so its velocity or the speed has to be 0, and particle is no longer moving. So particle goes towards this side, its kinetic energy decreases, it slows down and finally stops here. Now can the particle move beyond plus minus a, beyond this position for the given total energy? Suppose my total energy is fixed here and I want the particle to go beyond this. If you go further towards right, your potential energy will increase further because x will increase. But your potential energy was already equal to E and k was 0. If you increase potential energy further, then to keep the kinetic energy constant, the k value should become negative. So k is E minus u, and if x is greater than plus minus a, then u is greater than E. It means k will become negative. Negative kinetic energy is not possible. Now physically kinetic energy is half mv square, mass is positive, and v square is a square term. It can never be negative. So it is always a positive quantity. So negative kinetic energy means something which is physically impossible. So it will not happen. So the particle can never go into this domain towards the right side of A and towards the left side of minus A. Particle can never go in those areas. So these 2 points, plus A and minus A, are called turning points. So particle will go up till A and then come back. Particle will go up till minus A in this direction and return back. Minus A and plus A are the turning points of the system. Okay, so now we go towards a more general potential energy curve. So this is a more generalistic form of potential energy curve. It decreases, goes through a minimum, increases, goes through a maxima, again decreases, another minima which is not as minima as this, and then another maxima which is higher than this one. And also we are going to have different total energies, E0, E1, E2, E3, although each one is constant. And we are going to discuss the behavior of the system on the basis of what we have just discussed or we have just understood. So now you can see that I have masked the rest of the part of the system and I am focusing only on this part of the curve. Now if you are a careful observer, you will find that this part is nothing but a simple harmonic potential. It looks like a parabolic curve with a minima. And suppose my total energy is E0. Now which is such that it is equal to the potential energy of the minima. So if the total energy is equal to potential energy, what will happen to kinetic energy?
It would be zero.
The kinetic energy will be zero. So if the kinetic energy is zero, that means the particle is at rest. So the total energy is E0. If I take this case, then x1 is a point of stable equilibrium. Yes, it is a potential energy minima. It is a stable equilibrium. Since E0 is equal to potential energy, speed will be zero. What will happen if the particle has larger total energy? So if the total energy is E1, which is greater than E0, that means you are at this level. When you are at this level, even at the center, at x1, this will be your potential energy, while the particle will have this much height as the kinetic energy, because sum of this plus this is equal to E1. So it will have some kinetic energy. Because it has the kinetic energy, it will move towards the right or towards the left. As it moves towards either side, the kinetic energy goes on decreasing. You will reach that potential energy, total energy intersection point. Once you reach there, then the kinetic energy will become zero, and that will be your turning point. So XB is one of the turning points, XA is another turning point. So XA and XB are turning points. Speed decreases on either side and potential energy will go on increasing. Spring mass system which is at rest. Suppose you hit the spring slowly, giving some total energy to the spring mass system, then it will start oscillating between these two limits, E1 and E2, between these two limits. Would the particle go from this to this part of the curve? Answer is no, because there is a potential barrier in the middle. In classical physics, these barriers cannot be crossed. Now going further, I am now at an energy level which is E2, which is larger than E1, much larger than E1. So this is my level of E2 from here to here. Now if total energy is E2, you can see the behavior. You can see that at this point, x1, this height is enormous. Now remember, this height represents kinetic energy. So the speed of the particle is a lot. As the particle moves towards the right side, the potential energy increases. So the kinetic energy decreases. So the speed of the particle will decrease. As the particle is here, the potential energy has a maxima. So the kinetic energy will be minimum. And again, as you move towards right from this, potential energy will drop, kinetic energy, and therefore the speed of the particle will increase. It will again increase over here, and then eventually the kinetic energy will decrease again because potential energy is increasing. At this point, potential energy curve and kinetic energy curve will intersect, and this becomes the turning point. The particle cannot go in this domain. So my XD is one of the turning point. There is one more turning point. Where is it? So if you go to the left side, you will find that this is the another intersection of total energy and potential energy curve, and this point is my turning point. So XC is my another turning point. So XC and XD in this case are turning points. X1 is PE minima, speed is large. X2 is PE maxima, speed is minimum. X3 is PE minima, again the speed is large. XC and XD are turning point. This is the energy E3. You can take the same logic over here. This is one of the turning point because it is intersection of U and E. As you go towards the right, potential energy will decrease, kinetic energy will increase here, speed will increase. Here the speed will be less again because potential energy is high. Here the potential energy minima is there, speed is large. Finally you are at this point, which is interesting. This is potential energy maxima, and again it is touching also. It is a it is the intersection point also. So kinetic energy becomes zero, speed becomes zero. Here the force is also zero, it is horizontal. So it is another equilibrium point, but this is unstable equilibrium point. So if you disturb the particle a little bit, it will go on either side and it will never come back. So this is unstable equilibrium. And here is the turning point. Now this is the example of an unstable equilibrium. If these performers, they are at an equilibrium vertical, the potential energy is maximum. If they flip on either side, they will not be able to come back to their original position. So this is potential energy maxima situation in real life. We can stop here. Thank you.